Good afternoon. Hope you're having a great time and a great day. You know, my favorite time of the year is Thanksgiving and the preparation, the whole week of quiet, of people refocused on their family and on their community and on the values and the good things that they have and they want and they appreciate. And it's really been hard this year because here in America we're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving and people are off of school and people are relaxed, yet our eyes, our hearts, our minds are across the world in Israel, thinking of the 240 plus hostages, think Defense Force who is fighting hundreds of thousands of soldiers away from their family at harm's risk. And it's hard to be able to celebrate while we know the pain and the struggles that our brothers are under. And last night, when news of the deal broke, that Israel made a deal with the terrorists, with Hamas, to release 50 hostages, men, mostly children and a few women, in exchange for 150 terrorists who are in Israeli jails, and a 5-day ceasefire, so to speak, where Israel won't be fighting in Gaza. My son messaged me, Levi, he says, Ty, he says, what do you think? Is the deal good or bad? And naturally, I said to him, I'm not in Israel. I'm not sitting in the government. I don't have a child who's a hostage. I don't have a child who's fighting in the army. So how could I say? I just hope and I pray that Israel is doing the right thing and that Israel is doing what's best for its citizens, for the hostages, and for the families that are fighting, for the soldiers that are fighting and protecting them from danger. But we're, of course, in such a challenging time. And when you hear about 150, yes, women and children being released by Israel, but some of them are convicted of attempted murder. Even one of them I saw is going to go back to live in East Jerusalem, where she's going to be next to the person she tried to kill. So it's really hard to answer that question, and I leave that up to the Israeli government and the Israeli people. I just pray and sympathize for them. But it made me think about this week's Torah portion, and we read a portion of Vayetze, of Jacob leaving Israel, going to exile. And God promises him at that moment of darkness, at that moment of hardship, God says to Jacob, your children will be like the sand of the sea, of the earth, the dust of the earth, and they will spread, westward and eastward and northward and southward, right? And all the nations of the world, all the people of the world will be blessed by you. And the question is, why does he say southward, northward, westward, eastward, northward, and southward? He doesn't go clockwise or counterclockwise. And there's a couple of answers. One answer the rabbis give is that the Torah was telling us that when you're a Jew, the situation could change clarifying with the blink of an eye. From one extreme to the other extreme, God could send you, as we say in Hebrew, Yeshuas Hashem ke'eref ayin. God's salvation is like the blink of an eye. You could be in a challenge, in a struggle, in a complication, and within a moment you could be on the other opposite extreme side. You don't have to go clockwise or counterclockwise, which is, of course, a very powerful message in these days when we're hoping and waiting every day to hear good news. But there's something else that the rabbis say, and this is what gave me pause to think. The rabbis say that even if the Jews will be spread apart across the world, south, north, west, east, wherever they may be, they will all be united like they're together. And they will all be like one. And it's such a powerful message because you think about it, Jews all over the world for 6 weeks already plus, have been praying, have been crying, have been hoping for the hostages to be released, have been praying for our brothers and sisters in Israel. Never have the Jews in America and worldwide felt as close to the Jewish people in Israel as they do now. You know, last night we had a program at Chabad for families that came from Israel, relocated because of the war. And we had a social worker who does a program with the children for, helping them through what's going on and giving them a good time. And we do once a week, and it's been pretty amazing to see these parents come with the children. And while the children were there, the parents are sitting on the couch and upstairs at Chabad, and I ended up sitting and chatting with them. And they said to me, Rabbi, it's just remarkable what the Jewish community in America has done for us, what the funds we've sent to Israel, the lobbying, the demonstrations, but also the way people have opened their homes here, their cars, their finances, their things in their home that they've been loaning and gifting to other families that needed furniture. He says it's unbelievable. And that's really the message that God told Jacob, that even when you go into exile, even when the Jewish people, even when you're in Mesopotamia, you leave your mother, your father, you're out of your comfort zone. The comfort to Jacob was that even in exile, even in challenges, his children from all over the world will be united, will be together, will be there for each other. And to me, that gives me the most hope. That gives me the most comfort, is to see the unity of the Jewish people, to see the care, to see the generosity, to see the love. And at a time of Thanksgiving, when we're so thankful for all the things we have to remember this message that the Torah tells us, that we have to be there for each and every one of us, united as one, as we've seen in Israel, as we've seen in the diaspora. And in that merit, God will bless us, that the hostages will be free, and more hostages will be free, that Israel will have a decisive victory to eradicate terror and evil from this world, from its midst, and we will be able to celebrate with whole hearts, with big hearts, with happy and joyous hearts. God bless you and have a great day.